for our final finalist of the night. Make some noise for Sam J. Grudgings. Come on, guys, it's the last poem of the night. You can do better than that. Yeah.
This poetry shit is hard, so I fed a robot my poems and asked it to write a poem for me. Open brackets, note to the audience, this is a poetic device and not an artificial intelligence device. Close brackets, open brackets for our robot overlords. I love you, close brackets. Spotlit stage! It is soft, there is no sound. There are approximately 5 ears. Everyone agrees it is a poem because the stage is in iambic pentameter. Sam J. Grudgings gesticulates wildly into existence. I am coffee, and that is okay. Some mms. This poem was a villanelle, but it got better. Effect voice. Here is a letter that you are. I wrote to me in the past when I was a metaphor, but I didn't know any better, or worse, or maths, or the capital of France, or the lowercase of France. Are you coffee? Might I solve a problem about you by talking loudly? Teeth fall out of his pocket. Someone will later write that better at another stage and pretend they never saw me. There is a dead friend, but she too is a metaphor. I am gay for the audience, but bisexual if you ask politely. Here, the line break indicates a pause or change of pace. Here, the comma indicates a line break, which indicates your relationship with your father. Encourage the audience to feel sad. Is your grief profitable? Is my trauma sexy? Look sternly at the audience, then remind them that this is a slam poem and you've got a very clever idea. You've got to get a very clever idea and clever metaphors across in 3 minutes. Please stop applauding me, much as I love the validation. Ask everyone if they are okay, rather than if the poem is. Point individually to the audience and accuse them of something catastrophic. Oh, sorry, I'm reading out the stage direction, sadly. That last bit was also the stage direction, sadly. Pause for laughter, sudden silence times 2. The audience stops for a commercial break. 3 become flowers. Today is an idea that you didn't show you're working out for. This poem is an act of cowardice for all the words I didn't say. This is made of, open bracket, insert interesting but ultimately too obscure for the intended audience metaphor here, close brackets. You left me. This poem is sorry that it hasn't introduced you to its mother yet. This poem will slap your keister, call you sport, then stare off into the vague middle distance and ask why it has no poems of its own. This poem is 3 years later and has 3 baby poems. This way it becomes a story and engages the audience. My mouth is bees, and that is a lesson, probably. Make sure the audience were thinking you were talking about something different the entire time, so that when you reveal the metaphor, they feel clever because they are complicit in the poem. Show you're working. Here is a poll that lets you decide the ending of this poem. Can I be sexy therapy? Am I loud enough? Here are 5 lessons I learned from your mum. Number 1, February. Number 2, when I met you, I had been speed reading self-help books again. Number 3, if you see a Boy Scout and you do not thank him for his service to this country, what kind of a citizen of the world are you? Number 4, ways to satisfy your occult lover with sadness from tomorrow, but it's yesterday. I am not doing well. I am a cup of coffee. I with teeth that are sober. 5, I have never had a sexual experience. My first sexual experience was a poem. My first sexual experience was this poem.
Make some noise for our 3 finalists. Bristol, you really delivered tonight, man. I'm blown away. The quality of poetry.